Today we're at Super FL Mart. It's a Chinese supermarket near me. It's our personal favorite and our family's personal favorite to go to because it has a good amount of things that we like, a good amount of diversity in its inventory. So we are going to buy some things possibly for Lunar New Year's coming up. So I'll show you what they have and what we might get.
Okay, since a lot of people have been finding out that they're Chinese recently because this lady on the internet told them that they were Chinese, I thought it'd be nice to show you what the inside of a Chinese supermarket looks like right before Lunar New Year's. So you see a lot of the red decorations that are up and these lanterns that are hanging. They're all in prep for Lunar New Year's. Now, Lunar New Year's is on February 17th this year. So if you're like me, single, or just doesn't want to celebrate Valentine's Day, you could celebrate Lunar New Year's instead. You know, it's full of great food. You could have a bunch of friends over if you want. You could have it by yourself. There's a lot of like ceremonial things that go into it, like certain foods that you should eat, like traditions that I will maybe cover in a separate video if the other Chinese lady does not cover it first. But yeah, this is kind of just a look at what a Chinese supermarket would look like. I did say that this one has a good amount of products and it has great diversity. So not every single Chinese supermarket will look like this. This one's also rather clean as well. And things are like really nicely labeled. I was going to grab fish sauce, ended up not because that's actually pretty expensive for it. But yeah, you have a lot of like pickled things. You have a lot of chili oil of various kinds. Like this whole aisle has like half of it is chili oil. And so if you want to lean into your Chinese roots or have been discovering more Chinese foods, this would be like visiting your local Chinese supermarket could be extremely fun. I know some of the things are a little more eccentric than others, but things like this is like a garlic chili oil enoki mushroom that is so good. We go through a jar a week at minimum. So, and they're tightly packed in there. So it's great just to have on hand. Sorry, that was someone texted me. But yeah, there's a lot of variation here. So you'll hopefully be able to find something that interests you. But just be careful because some of them could be very spicy. So try a little bit at a time if you don't have like crazy heat tolerance. Okay, so next up here we have the dried beverages, I guess, aisle. So think coffee, think chocolate milk. So you have things like Milo and Ovaltine up here, as well as like Japanese coffee and different types of teas. And this side's mostly coffee. You have Vietnamese coffee, you have Korean coffee also with Maxim right here. And then different types of like tapioca or what is like typically in like boba drinks. So you have jelly, rainbow jelly there too. But yeah, these two aisles are fully just coffee and teas. Like these are all various kinds of dried flowers that you could put in teas for floral tea. You have dried jasmine buds, you have dried rose buds. I really like dried chrysanthemum buds in like a tea because it could be very soothing. And if you have like, if you feel inflamed, I don't know if that's the right terminology, but that with some rock sugar, iced or hot, is amazing. And so yeah, there's just too many for me to go through every single one. Here we have just a bunch of different types of instant noodles. These are not like, the top shelf is like the instant noodles that we're used to thinking about, but the bottom is like viral ones in China or like really popular ones in China. So think luo si fen, which is like the snail noodles. I got just the noodles that they use in it, which is like mi xian. And because I want to make my own kind of soup for it. And then there's a bunch of different types of noodles you could choose after you make your own soup and put the noodles in. But yeah, a bunch of the ones that I just showed you on the other side is like super popular in China. And here we have just the instant noodles that we are used to seeing. Like we have really popular ones online. We have ones that are not seen yet online. There's ones from many different origins. You have Korean ramyeon, you have Chinese ramen, you have Japanese ramen brands. Like they're just You even have like laksa. I think it's Singapore. The brand is Singaporean or Malaysian. I'm pretty sure it's Singaporean. Could be wrong. But there's like so many different types of instant noodles. So like if you want to try some, there's even udon, by the way. But if you are curious about what else is out there in terms of different types of instant noodles that is like add water and ready to eat, you will have a very fun time here. It could be so much fun to buy some and try with your friends. And here we have the snack aisle. There's a lot of nostalgic snacks here from like when I was a kid, and then there's some that are newer. And then we have a lot of like dried and candied fruits and other types of snacks here as well. There are a bunch of these that are really good on top. I don't know if you could tell the top shelf. Here you have some slightly more old-timey snacks, or like really traditional snacks. I'm looking for the ones that show up in like the Chinese dramas nowadays, and we can't find them. I'm gonna attempt to make them. I already made one once, and it came out decent, but we shall see. Also, they have digestives. Interesting thing that just showed up. But yeah, also for Russia. This is a mixed style. Found them. So I think I want to try these two. Also, I really should have waited, because this fortune cat is just adorable. There's 4 of them on there. 5, because 4 is not the luckiest number. There's 5 lucky cats. Fortune cats. Or you could get the small one, this baby one. It's really cute. And the gold's picky. Many things for Lunar New Year. Also, they have these really adorable little bowls and stuff. So it says happy every day. How cute. They have more housewares over here. I'm trying to be like as subtle about this as possible. I also passed the card off to my mom so that I may, walk around here. So they have like many different ones. We actually have the bowl set of this one, but this is actually really cute. But yeah. Tea sets if you want them for Lunar New Year. It could be cute, get a set, have some friends over, or even just have a set with yourself, It's about the little things that you do, like the little ceremonies you do in daily life that makes it more special. And then, like, they have different sets, so you have that one in the mug, too. Or more traditional ones. But yeah. If you want chopsticks, they're like $3.99 a pack. Like $3.99 a pack. And these are the reusable ones, which you could just wash over and over again. Like wooden spoons, kid sets, rice bottles. These long ones are meant for frying, so you don't hurt yourself. Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of like little housewares and tools, and I apologize for like the voiceover and then not the voiceover. There's certain clips where you could actually hear me speak, and other clips that can't. I also really wanted this towel. I don't really know what the towel was for. It felt like an exfoliating cloth, but I might get it next time. I didn't get it this time. But look at how cute the panda is. Anyway, there's all sorts of tools here for cooking, for cleaning, for bath time, shower time. There's even this like the massager that you see online that uncles and aunties use to massage their back, and it's only like $6. And the back scratcher is only like $2. But yeah, all in all, a very diverse amount of things, and not always placed in like the most cohesive of organization, because you have some kitchen here, some bath there, some cleaning here, and these are just paper liners for steamer baskets for food. But yeah, and toothpicks just randomly. So here you actually see some hot pot sets over there if you want to make hot pot at home. You have different types of wooden like ladles and spatulas. If you don't want to use metal or silicone, you have that option, as well as some silicone options as well if you want to use those, and metal ones. These are like steamer basket line, like metal shelves for your steaming baskets, and then just a bunch of other tools and pans and pot lids and just hangers too somehow, and then more houseware stuff on this side. You see the bowls. These are the ones that I have at home. And then on the very top shelf are the different types of steamer basket pots. But yeah, a wide variety and selection, and they're not that expensive either, so you could definitely pick up quite a few. And on the bottom shelf here, you actually have paper money that we burn for ancestors, for offerings, and then you have incense for offerings too. On Lunar New Year's, it's good to offer like different types of food. There's a specific selection of food that you make offerings to your ancestors. Like, think Mulan, but less save the country vibes and more make offerings of food so the family is blessed for the year.
Wasn't enough. These are all fresh noodles with like wonton wrappers of different kinds. All fresh noodles.
Okay, so here we have a lot of the known branded kind of snacks with all sorts of Pocky and all sizes of Pocky packages and like Pretz and all different types of like flavors too, I guess. Some that you don't normally see. Also the koala snacks that are, if you know, you know. The marine like crackers were really popular in my family, as well as the seaweed rolls were really popular in my family. I don't know what Psyduck is doing here, but apparently Pokemon and Pocky had a collaboration. There's roasted seaweed as well, and then of many different kinds and brands. And then, strangely enough, Oreos of different flavors pops up at the end of the aisle. I'm very confused. And I wonder if the top ones are you add milk to the like mini Oreos, but many different flavors of Oreos, some that I've never seen in the US before. And here we have all the puddings and like the jellies. Over here you'll see the konjac jelly kind of drinks. I've actually tried 2 of these before. I've had the yogurt one and the lychee one. Both are really good. And they're really great for when your mouth is just bored, but you're craving something to like drink or chew. This is really great. It's only like, it's very minimal calories if you're concerned about that, but it just gives you something to do, you know? And then they have many more kinds of puddings and jellies and just all different types. Some that have been around since my childhood. And then these are some plum drinks. That's great for digestion, supposedly. And a questionable panda drink that just... I'm not sure if that panda's okay. They also have drinks with like different manga characters or different anime characters on them. So if you're hosting like a themed party, this would be a really fun addition to kind of like the party beverages. Yeah, and they have kind of drinks from many different places. There's definitely some Japanese drinks here. And then some Labubu drinks, which I don't know if this is official merch, but if it is, it's only $1.79. And then some CC Lemon, which I've had before. It's like a milder lemon soda, if I remember correctly. And that's Wanlao Z that we have with Hot Pot. Milkis, which has been popular on the internet. That's my phone next to the Milkis bottle, so that's how big the bottle is. But yeah, a good diversity of drinks from like different like East Asian countries.
Also, I don't know why we put soju on a seaweed chip like display. Like, are you supposed to have this with soju? And then there's steak flavored chips. More steak flavored chips. Sichuan peppercorn chicken chips. Fried crab flavors. Chicken wing flavors. Crawfish flavors. Adorable baby shark flavors.
Okay, a slight amendment to that statement. It is not shark flavored. It is just shark mascot flavored. They were like sweet potato or steak flavored from what I saw from the packaging.
Oh, the infamous or famous. I actually don't know if they're good or not. I never tried this one. But yeah, there's a lot of different flavors here. I'm like really glad that there's a pause in the music because it was loud. And then you have like Mexican chicken, tomato flavor chips, Texas Grills barbecue flavor. I wonder if these locations signed off on this and like approved for their locations to be used for this. So I don't think so. Anyway, there's like grilled barbecue octopus squid flavor. And these things, whatever they are, they look intimidating. But if you want to have a party, it could be fun for you to grab a bunch of different chips here and just have you guys a first impressions and try, you know, like a blind box of chips, kind of. This is black truffle flavor chips, mustard, avocado. I think we're getting a little bit crazy here.
Okay, voiceover Jen back because the checkout ding sound was getting really loud because we're getting really close to the registers. But there's even more snacks here. On top you'll see that there are the crunchy ramen snacks. So if you've seen people crush up instant noodles and add the seasoning packets to them, think of this as like a already done for you kind of situation. So if you don't want to be the one destroying the ramen like brick, or you do want ramen for ramen purposes and you just want ramen for snack purposes as well, you get those. There's many different types and flavors here. Honestly, it would be really difficult to cover all of the things here. There's certain aisles I didn't even get to show you yet. All right, and last but not least, the red envelopes. Some of the designs for these red envelopes are so adorable. And there's a lot of giving and receiving red envelopes. Who gets and who receives kind of differ from family to family and where you are in your life. But this is probably one of the most popular and famous elements of Lunar New Year known abroad. So I thought I'd just show you some of the designs this year. And it's, you know, quite cute, some of them. All right, so I hope you had fun on your first Chinese grocery shopping expedition. It is the Year of the Horse this year. So if you are curious, you can look up your luck for the Year of the Horse. But I'm sure you'll hear more from other Chinese ladies, especially the one that told you that you were Chinese about Lunar New Year. Also, China's not the only country that celebrates Lunar New Year. Many other countries celebrate Lunar New Year as well. So, yeah, this is just the Chinese supermarket version. But hope you enjoyed that video.